Hello, everyone.
Hi, hello. So, the Faculty of Business welcomes you, and the Business Center invites you to listen to this public lecture by a guest from Ukraine, Anton. He will share his experience as CEO and explain how a business person can find his place in the sphere of creative industries, all the mistakes and achievements, what kind of skills are important, and specifics of communication on international markets. Please write down all your questions to chat and the lecturer will answer them after. This lecture will be recorded, so not only students but also our lecturers, we hope, are listening, so we hope that there will be relevant information for them too. And Mr. Kvitka, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Victoria. Thank you. Firstly, thank you for invitation. I want to tell you that I am the first time traveling to Lithuania. So it's a great chance for me to speak with your students and to give any knowledge or information to your colleagues. And I'm proud. I'm proud that I'm here. I'm proud that I was in your social networks and on your webpage. And now I think we will start our discussion. I'll try to share my screen, if you don't mind. Can you hear me? It's okay?
Yes, of course.
Perfectly. Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. I want to welcome you, your faculty and your students. Let me introduce me, my topic of today's speech and what I'm doing. As CEO of License 3D Rendering Studio. Firstly, I have a company from creative industry. When you try to Google a worker from creative industry, how do you think what you should find? Okay.
Can you tell?
I try to do it in Ukraine. I don't know SEO optimization of web pages in Lithuania, but I try to do it in Ukraine. I found these pictures. These guys looks like workers from creative industries, ballerines. This man, I think he's a jazz singer. You also can find painters. He is also representative of this industry, but of course, I think that we should not look at this industry only with this imagination, because me, a man who don't look like a person of creative industry, I'm also representative of this industry, and that's me, guys. No, sorry, it was this picture was wrong. It's not actually me. This is me. This is me 1 year ago, when there was no COVID in our planet, and I was a happy skier in the best Ukrainian ski resort in Bukovel. I also advise you to visit this ski resort each year. I have experienced about 1 or 2 weeks. I'm skiing there. Only skis, no snowboarding. I'm not only skier. When I tried to prepare this slide, I was surprised how many positions I have. I tried to systemize them. Firstly, and my newest position, I'm a partner and I'm Chief Executive Officer of License 3D Rendering Studio. But I'm not only a partner of this business, I'm also a co-founder, but I'm not a CEO of several fashion stores in Ukraine. We have Dumpix and Dump Store in Ukraine. It's online stores in Ukraine, and it's retail business. I'm also work in business school. It's like a business faculty in your Kauna Collegia, but in my university we call this faculty Karazin Business School. And my hobby, I have a hobby. My hobby is to give lectures to students. I do it in Karazin University. I graduated from this university. I get my PhD diploma in economy, and also I have master diploma in law. I graduated, it was a long time ago, it was 2008, so I'm a little bit old. I also work in our Ministry of Education and Science. I'm a member of expert council, which give grants and scholarship to young talents to help them put their ideas and science projects into the real market. So I think in this part of work, I am a little bit mentor for young students, and I like to help startups and students to create their business. And sometimes I try to invest in their projects, and sometimes I share with them my knowledge. So it's a brief description why I can be a lecturer today and why I can give you some information. Yes. Let's move forward of our presentation. Firstly, I want to ask, today we will talk about Wison's 3D rendering studio. But do you know actually what's mean rendering? Rendering, 3D modeling, 3D animation. If someone from you familiar with this kind of business? Victoria, maybe you?
I'm here.
Do you know what means 3D rendering?
Not really.
Okay, I think that my company Visense is IT company, but a little bit nicer than IT. We have more artistic background than IT, but I think we are IT company. What does it mean 3D rendering, modeling, and animation? For example, when you are buying a flat, yeah, you want to imagine just walls and bricks, or you want to see this variant? It's not a photo. This picture is not a photo. It is computer graphics, which we do for our client from Dallas, from Texas, United States. Now we have representative office in Dallas, and we have a lot of clients from there. It is interior visualization of designer thoughts. So designer create an idea, and we can visualize it with the help of computer software. How can we do it? Firstly, to do such kind of picture, we need to do a model. Here at the right part of the slide, you can see a model. We create this model with the help of 3D Max software. We put just blocks, squares, some circles, balls into one complete picture. And then after completing this model in this way, in white colors, we try to give this model a lot of realistic things. What kind of thing? For example, this model, with the help of rendering, can be like this one. This is the same model and the same picture. This is not a photo. This is a model which we made for our client from Kharkiv. After creating the model, 3D modeling, we put textures to this model, and to make this model more realistic, we are playing with a lot of things. For example, with the light in windows, or we put people, real people, to this picture, and we put daytime. For example, we can make the picture with a sunny day, or the evening. We can switch on the lights on the picture. We can put birds there, or we can put rain or autumn. With this help, we can help people to feel like they are there. They are near this house. For example, with this picture, we can help developers, companies which build houses, yeah, to sell their ideas. It's too hard to perform marketing if you don't visualize what you are building. So with the help of 3D renders, visualizations, developers can show their clients what will they have. More realistic we have the render, the more feeling of comfort has the client. So our renders are helping to developers to sell their real estate projects. We also use to visualize, work to visualize ideas of architects. Architecture can create amazing project, but we should show the world that this project is amazing. We can do it with the help of visualization, yeah, with the help of rendering. We also help realtors to sell apartments, houses, and flats. We can put their furniture. We can make a new renovation of premises, or put a new house near the old one, or remove the balcony. We can do whatever we want. We can help designers to show their ideas in interior design things, and etc. So this is renders. Renders is visualization of your dreams. So the slogan of our company is creating the future. We can show people the objects that doesn't exist now, but it will be in future. So in this way, we are creating the future. Why license so special? Yes, I want to. Firstly, I ask myself why my company is special. Why we have such a good reputation in American market? Why we have clients from Australia, from Ukraine, from Estonia, your neighbors? We have a lot of clients. Because as I think on each market, we have different segments. Yeah, this is a great example in car market. We have such kind of players like, you know, this model of a car at the up side of the slide, guys. Do you have these cars in your country?
No.
No
such kind of cars there.
Yes, we have. And Ignas.
Yes, of course you have.
Yes, we have.
So the different cars at the street and different companies at the rendering market. So we call this car Jiguli. I don't know in your country, in Lithuania, we call it Jiguli also.
Yes.
Yes, Zhigulis. Yes.
Yeah, of course. This is rendering Jiguli. This picture is rendering Jiguli. It is not license, of course. We put a stamp here. If you see, not license. And this is rendering Bentley. This is license. We create only high-end with Jiguli, as you think. We pay a lot of attention to all details. We are like a Ferrari on rendering market. Yeah, Ferrari, the specialty of Ferrari is that Ferrari don't have A parts, all B parts. They have only A-class parts in their cars. All their details are perfect. So when we are creating our renders, all our details are also perfect. I will show you it. For example, this is not Y-Sense, but the render can look like here, like this one. We had a client from one city which used this render before they started to work with us with the same price. And this is Y-Sense. You can see all the details of this render. You can see the detailization of water, of grass, of weather. You can see a lot of clouds and the sun shade. So we pay a lot of details to high-end quality in our renders. That's why we call us Ferrari of rendering market. I want to tell you how we develop our business, how we started. We launched not so many time ago. We are 2 years old company, but we have modelers with 12 years experience, I think. How we come with the Y-Sense idea. In this picture, you can look at this serious guys at meeting, but maybe it was not like this. Usually when we are talking about establishing a new business, we also imagine a great deal situation, yes? But to be honest, and I'll try to be honest with you today, I'm a traveler to Lithuania, so I'm not your ordinary professor, so I think I can be honest, yeah? The starting of this business was like this. It was a meeting with my old friend. My old friend is a perfect architect with a 12 years experience, and he showed me his works. And his big problem is that he's architecture. He is not a businessman. I already had business experience for 15 years at the time, and he had not business experience at all. So we decided to try to sell his talent, to make something unique for the market. And I took all the business responsibility for myself, and he took all the technical part of this project on his shoulders. For example, this burger bar we create for Russian Federation client. This burger bar is real now, but this photo is render. You can see all the details in this render. They're amazing. This bar now is built in Belgrade. And when I'm trying to tell you about A-class parts, I want to put your imagination, to put your vision to the details. If you look at this picture, you can see detail of each part. You can see the zoom of leaves, for example, of trees. They looks like natural, yeah, of table, of sharpened chair, or a light. So we pay, in our work, we pay a lot of attention to details, to be these pictures more realistic. It's our main feature, to make only realistic pictures, because with realistic pictures, people have feeling to buy what they see. Yeah. Then after we decided to make something special, to open, I call it media production company. Why? Since maybe if we will look in LinkedIn and we will try to select industry in LinkedIn, I selected media production because we produce computer graphics, we produce animation, we produce pictures. So it's media production company. Now we became big. How it started? We are started, of course, with a team. The business is impossible without a team. I'm very proud of it. At the left up part of this slide, you can see my emoji. It's me. And my architect friend is at the right end up part. This with the gray hairs. In License company, we have different types of roles. We have not only CEO, we also have technical director. Technical director is responsible for all production process. After receiving sales manager and head of sales are responsible for receiving an order from clients, and then this client and the order goes to technical director and modelers. Modelers with a technical director and modelers are creating a model. Then we have also an art director. Art director gives to the model the realistic architectural features. The features which show the realistic things in this model, for example, rain or night vision or sunshine, etc. And all the peoples in this project are unique and they're special. So the license is people, it's not just a company. And at the middle is our dream worker. We are always searching for it. We are looking for dream working, and we hope someone even from your university or your group can be our dream workers. We are all the time we are looking for a new sales or a new partners. For example, now we have a great partner in Estonia market. With this partner, we received a huge order from solar company, Estonian solar company. We are making a product design and guide animation of creating solar panels for this company, but we don't have partner in Lithuanian market at all. I am open. You can write me on any social networks if you have ideas how can we be helpful for each other. Guys, of course I'm open in these things. Let's move to another part of my presentation. Then I want to speak how everything got rolled after we create our team. Everything started. Yes, we understand what we should do at first because just to hire people, it's too low for us. We need to delegate them tasks. This was the hardest part, to understand what can do this person and what he cannot do. This is too hard to understand at the beginning. The right responsibilities and the right skills of each player in your team. Of course, we can talk about mistakes and achievements. To be honest, today I'll try to be honest with you. I had a lot of mistakes in this project, more mistakes than in other projects in my life. For example, firstly, we tried to register in all freelance platforms in the world. We registered approximately in 20 freelance platforms. All of them are useless. Now we work only in one platform. I will tell you about it later. And 19 other platforms are just sending us spam to our email, and I'm trying to unsubscribe from them. It's awful situation because once I put them in spam folders, they're trying to achieve me from another line. The second mistake is that firstly we tried to connect to our clients with the help of our hands. We write directly and personally to every future client. In this specific business, it's not correct. Only automatizators can help you at the start phase. Without automatizators, you will need a lot of labor force and a lot of money to get your first clients. We didn't have a sales funnel at all. We built our sales funnel only a year ago, to be honest. And without sales funnel, we used the same scripts to all types of clients. It was a great mistake for us, a great mistake. It was very hard. Firstly, we divided our sales to some geolocations. For example, Maria, my staff, was responsible for Australian market. David is responsible for Israel market. We have some sales who worked especially in USA market, and this was also mistakes. Some market didn't work at all. For example, we think that we will have success in Israel market, but we didn't have any clients from, only one client we have from Tel Aviv, and that's all. But we spend a lot of marketing budget, and a lot of attempts was to get the clients there. We spent a lot of money on SEO optimization of our web page, but it was our mistake also, because our competitors didn't have SEO optimization of their web pages at all. Website is just a business card for such kind of companies. You don't need a SEO optimized website. You will not have organics from there. You will have organics from another clients. It was too hard to find your pricing and price level of your services as the first steps. And partners. Sometimes it was too hard to find good partners in good locations. For example, our great achievement was finding the partner in Dallas, because firstly, when we were like a company from Ukraine, a company from Kharkiv, not a lot of companies wanted to work with us. But when we open our sales and representative office in Dallas, we get a lot of new clients, just because we are a Dallas company, USA company. We are not Ukrainian company, you know. It was one of our win-win model. Yeah. For achievements, now we have a perfect portfolio. It's amazing portfolio. We won a lot of awards with our portfolio on Canada market, or we won an award in California market, etc. We have our unique design, and we have our identity. You can see this design and identity in this presentation. We try to correct all mistakes, but of course we have a lot, and business are equal to mistakes. In the real world, we can't have business without mistakes. Mistakes is everywhere. We of course got our first orders after but it was too hard to get it. About half year passed it before we succeeded. Yeah, and now we are rather competitive on this market. By all means, the first order, here it is. The first order we get in our native city in Kharkiv from our, I think he's our friend. He was a chief of developer company. And this order, this is the same buildings that I showed you at the beginning. This order helped us to sell our exterior rendering services. With this building, we get a lot of new clients in exterior market, with developers, yes, with the help of this order. After the first order, it became much more easier to get new orders. We tried to work with the new channels. We tried to concentrate on just only one platform of a freelance platform, and we don't pay a lot of attention on different channels. So in social media, we also concentrated on some separate channels. For example, this client we get from Prague, from Czech Republic. This is an apartment in Prague. And this living room we create for our client from Moscow. We create, is a famous Moscow designer, which asked us to give renders to his work. And for example, this render was free. Yeah, to get this Moscow designer as our client, we decided to give him a free render to achieve the first order from him. And now we have several more orders from this client, which covered our costs for performing of first renders for him. Here is our case of entering Newcastle market. We get success in Newcastle only after registration in Dallas, because clients in Newcastle didn't want to work with the Ukrainian company. But when they heard that we have an office in Dallas and we can discuss all possibilities of cooperation with our representative speaker in Dallas, they, of course, I don't know why, but they start to work with us. It was the beginning. What do we have now? I think for 2 years, it's rather good figures. For this month and the previous one, we have approximately 7 big deals per month. A big deal in this sphere, we think it is the check of 7,000 euro, approximately check of 7,000 euro. It is a big deal from the client. So average check is about 5, 6, 7,000 of euros per one order. To receive 7 deals, we have more than 30 negotiations per month. We count prices for different projects more than 30 times. And we are lucky not more than 7 times per month. But a quarter of our clients become our partners. And this business is special because they order more. It's not just an ordinary retail that you buy and that's all. Your client will, if you will give the client the quality and reasonable price and the deadlines you meet, this client will come to you back. We have a team of 10 workers for now, and we have a portfolio of more than 90 projects completed already for 2 years. I don't know this figure is big or small, but we have this figure. Yeah? This bedroom also made in Kharkiv, and one of the main parts of our work is not just creating renders, but the hardest part and the most challenging part in this business is communication with clients, finding potential clients. It is the most hard part in this business. Why? Because this client is very special. In this business, we have B2B and tailor-made contracts. It's not just to sell a cup of coffee. It is not just to sell a pair of shoes or a t-shirt. It's something different from it. For me, it is my experience of working with such kind of clients. 2 years ago, I've connected with B2B sector and tailor-made contracts at first. Maybe in this presentation, I tried to explain the specific things about tailor-made contracts. What differs tailor-made contracts from other one? Firstly, usually the client do not agree at once. Specific of tailor-made contracts is a long-term negotiation process, because we have a lot of technical issues, a lot of documentations, a lot of specifications. That's why we have a very huge period of negotiation. Usually we negotiate not less than 1 week, but sometimes we have negotiations more than 2 months. If the project is very expensive and very technical hard, we have, I think, 7 or 8 meetings before launching the project. A slow decision making in this sphere. They are not emotional. Yeah? This type of clients do not use their emotional feelings. They are very rational behavior. Yeah, because they think a lot before a deal will be completed. And of course, in this sphere, we have only B2B clients. We don't have ordinary customers at all. We only have business sector as our client. I already told you that they are architects, designers, developers, and real estate agencies. That's all. Only 4 types of clients can order our service. Usually, the person with whom you have negotiations do not take the decision by himself. After he spoke with you, he have some negotiation with his team, and after that he can reply to the negotiation process. And how can we also characterize our client? Our client is very smart. Our client is usually rich and successful. Our clients perfectly feel marketing tendencies. He feels the market perfectly. So our client, I think he's professional. He's professional investor, and he's professional at his sphere. It is specific client. It's very hard client. It is very hard negotiation process in this sphere. I told you about mistakes. Now we have only 2 channels, 3 main, to be honest, 3 main channels of selling our services. It's not the usual channels. We use freelance platform Upwork, and we work on this platform. We have an agency for such kind of services. This platform is the most competitive from all freelancers platforms. We had accounts on many other platforms but we are not successful there. As for social networking, in B2B sector, especially, we are concentrated on American market now. We use LinkedIn. LinkedIn is must-have social network for working in this sphere. More than 50% of our clients came from LinkedIn platform. We find it there. About 30% we found in Upwork, and 20% come to us by direct email services. We also use email to find our clients, but it's not more than 20% from our clients. We built a specific sales funnel. So before our client become our client, he need to do a lot. Firstly, he is a wallflower. Then we built a funnel according to the text of his reply. Yeah, and the main mission of our sales manager to move our potential client to the deepest part of this funnel. Yes, to create the thank you guy from wallflower, to ask the guy who just tell us thank you, to ask us a price list, and then we are trying to ask the guy who asked our price list and ask more details about services. We want him to calculate any project just to compare us and our services with his recent clients. And only after creating an estimator, yeah, or a dealer from the person who interested in our services, we put him in a client phase. It's a very long period of time before our potential client become our real client. So the way for success in this business was very long, and for you I put maybe 4 skills. I create a checklist of skills which are needed to be successful CEO. I think that to be a successful CEO, you need to have at least 4 skills. Communication skills, you should understand market and your client. Legal knowledge and technical skills. What I mean in these 4 skills, let's start from communication. Yes, you should be able to create trust and reputation. Yeah, you should look like a responsible person. Yeah, the CEO must involve in selling process when the sales team needs to show that we are a responsible company. We can, the client can trust us. You should have the skills just to client to understand that it will be okay. You should be able to solve client problems. Sometimes these problems are not only with Consistio services, and you need to understand why these clients should use your service. Firstly, you by your own should understand the reason why this client need your service. And of course, the most interesting ability in communication, soft skills, is ability to sell by the market price or even higher than market price. To sell on a low price, it was easy at the beginning. To get our first clients, it was a great mistake for us to give a huge discounts. But now we are feeling the market, we are feeling the price, and our price is not very low. I think we are working in a high level price, and it's a great ability and skill to sell at a high level price, because in low price everyone can sell, but to sell in a market price level or even high, it's a great ability. This is our Dubai case. It is our challenge how we get to Dubai market. We at the beginning we understand that Dubai market is one of the biggest market for 3D rendering services. A lot of developers are building huge skyscrapers, villas, or even islands on this market. So our services are in need there. That's why we analyze several top architectures companies and try to connect them. For example, in this company, it's censored because we have a privacy agreement with this company. We couldn't name our client, but at the left up corner, you see a CEO of this company. Then it's their technical director and their vice president. But sometimes understanding the market and understanding the client, not all the time the decision maker and the right person is CEO. In this case, we didn't connect it with their CEO Muhammad, but we tried to connect it with other guys. These guys are these two guys. It is Juliana Shabanova and Zhenya Hope. We analyzed that two Slovenian persons are working in Dubai. So it was easy to ask just to start with them, not official communication. And this person, Juliana, is the interior designer in this company, and Zhenya Hope is business development manager, and they help us to get this company as our client. So usually having the communicational skills and feeling, we can understand the right contact person. And not all the time the right contact person is a chief executive. Sometimes it's different. Yeah. Here's the Sydney case. We work a lot in Sydney market. In Australian market, we have two sales managers who just wrote to all architecture studios and designers and real estate agencies in Sydney, Melbourne, and to other Australian and New Zealand cities. But the first client in Sydney we found not in Australia. We were about half a year working on Australian market. We were writing to some architects. All architects were covered by our sales team in Australia, but we weren't successful there. But at the third day, when we put our clients to Saudi Arabia market, we get this case. We get this skyscraper near Sydney Opera in Sydney. So the person from Saudi Arabia can order a skyscraper in Sydney also. So not all the time the client in Sydney from Sydney. It can be from Saudi Arabia. And next skill is understanding the market and your client. Of course, you should, as a CEO of this market, you should know the general price level on this market, because during negotiations, your client will try to put you down with a price level and price list. You should feel the tendencies. The second ability, you should feel and know advantages of your product. For example, our product is high-end class and level. It is a top level and top quality product. We can be competitive in a top 100. For example, Upwork platform put us as top 100 3D renders in the world. They give us a rank in a top store, in a top 100. You should know your client. You should know what need your client, and of course, ability to feel the accepted profit rate. Yeah, we have a great case with our client whose name is Sunita. Sunita is from Austin, Texas, United States. We were writing to Sunita and we were trying to sell her our rendering services, but Sunita told me, you know, I have my own 3D rendering company in India, and I can do renders for you also. Not only for me, but for you also. In this case, I told, okay, Sunita, please show me your portfolio and your price list. And how do you think? The first render, Zhiguli, in the rendering market is the picture which sent me Sunita with the my price list. So the same price list in American market and the quality. Now Sunita is our client. And we know the tendencies, we know the rate, and we can create for Sunita pictures much more better than her Indian company with the same price level. Because the most part of my modelers and workers are work here in the west part of Europe, and the price level here is much more lower than in the US. So I can create a good deals with the help of this issue. Legal knowledge. Legal knowledge is very special, not only in this business, but in all kinds of businesses. With the help of legal knowledge, you can lower the risks. You can optimize your taxation, because sometimes the taxes are too big. And you should know how to waive in this market to get your optimal tax level. Signing the agreement by making a contract. Even if you're doing your work for your friend or someone, I advise you to sign the contract, because in contract will be all the details, and Adobe wouldn't be free in this case. Yeah. And of course, you need to consider fundamental limits. For example, our Kharkiv case, first case, even it was our friend of, it was friend of my friend, yeah, a developer. We consisted to create agreement. And in this case, we were right, because at the end phase, he told us, why you give us only 8 pictures of this work? I want 12 pictures with the same amount of price. and we showed him agreement. We showed him all details of contracts, all payments which he need to do, and how much time we should recorrect our projects only 2 times within this contract, but not 5 times as he wanted. So I advise you to do the agreement and documents for each, and do the legal documentation for each of your projects. It's very necessary. And of course, technical skills. You should know how to solve clients' technical complications and to solve the tasks with technical documentation. You should know all the technical aspects of your work, because when you have no technical skills, firstly, you are trying to think you are an Iron Man, yeah, like this picture. But in real case, if you do not understand the technical issues of your production process, you're like this monkey in this picture, yeah. It is our Irish case. It was not so much time ago. It was, I think, about 1 month ago. A client from Dublin. We have a very long negotiations with this client, and at the end he told me, okay, but he knows that I'm a businessman, I'm not modeler. The final decisions to give me this work was when I opened his model on my computer and showed him the right angle and tell him all the structure of what we will do in his project. So to understand the technical things of your work is a must-have skill. And I prepared something for you, a checklist. So if you liked my speech and you like this service, you can open your own 3D rendering company. But before start, I think you need some things. The main thing that you need a reliable team. It is the first thing from what you should start. Of course, you will have no orders, zero orders with amazing portfolio, because a huge competition on this market, and all Ferrari players has their perfect portfolios. So you can be successful only with amazing one. You should have technical base, because to create renders you need a huge calculations. For example, on ordinary good computer, one picture will render approximately about 10 hours or 12 hours to create one picture. And if we are creating 3D animation video, 1 minute video, yes, we need 30 pictures for second, 60 seconds. We need 900 pictures in 1 minute video. So we need 900 renders in 1 minute video. So your computer base and technical base must be adequate for starting this business. Or you can use cloud services for rendering. It's also okay. And time resource. You should have a lot of time at first steps to settle and manage your business, to correct all mistakes and tasks. And last but not least, in this type of business, you should have patience, because in the rendering sphere we have joke that it took God only 20 minutes to create the Earth, but the rendering lasted 7 days. It's our professional joke. Guys, thank you so much for your attention. I was very lucky to have a lecture in your business faculty at your collegia. I hope we will meet more in future. You can inquire me on my social networks, in my email, info@Studio, or you can follow us on our social platforms. Behance is a professional platforms for our services and architects. Other platforms, I think, familiar for you. Maybe if you have any questions, I will, of course, answer them.
Thank you, Anton. Thank you very much. Anyone, if you have some questions, write them in the chat or ask. And in the meantime, one student emailed us with a question, so I'm going to read it. Anton, you mentioned that you had troubles with organizations from other countries that they didn't want to work with you. Can you please share your experience? What did you do to overcome that? Lithuania is a small country, so what students can do if they want to be seen?
Firstly, it was too hard to start working with developed countries from Ukraine, for me, because Great Britain, United States, for example, Australia, do not want to entrust it to Ukrainian companies. So to break this brick, I needed to open a sales office in Dallas. Now I have two offices of my company. I have a research and development office in Kharkiv in Ukraine, and I have a representative sales office with only 2 staff members in Dallas.
Okay.
The same service, but different reputation from different countries.
Okay. So there's one more question. Can you give some practical recommendations for students, what they can do extra while they are studying in order to develop entrepreneurial skills?
To develop skills, you should develop. To study business, you should do business. It is my great recommendations. You should not just learn how to do it, you should do it. Action and involvement is my great recommendation. Only practice, only starting a business is business. Other science. Science is also good. I like science, but it's not business.
Perfect. That's good. I have one more question. Anton, it's really, your experience is really wide, you know, and there were some maybe mistakes, maybe some achievements and so on. But all in all, you look still really motivated, right? And you are just, you know, we can see the light in your eyes when you are talking about your business. So how to have that? What it is like your, I don't know, where do you get your inspiration from and so on?
The first skill to give lecture, you should like it should be your hobby. It's for teachers. It's I'm saying it as a teacher also, yes? To give a good lecture, you should love to give lectures. To have a great business, you should love to do what you do. It should be not only a sense of receiving money, it should be a sense of your life. You should believe that it is the best thing that you can do. For me, I believe that my 3D rendering company is one of the best companies in this market in the world. And I really help people. The people really like my job, and it makes me happy. And of course, money. Of course, money.
Do we have more questions? I believe so that no. Then thank you, Anton, for your shared experience and perfect templates. This is a good example for our students how it could be done. Amazing, and thanks for that up. And thank you. It was nice to see everyone. I hope to see you face to face soon, and I wish you good luck with your business. Thank you, everyone, at the business for being here at the Business Development Strategy Lecture.
Thank you, Victoria, for inviting. I hope you can share the link of your translation with me. I also want to have this link. And I was pleased to give this lecture. It's really enjoyed me. And of course, we were talking with Modestas about some more invitation in future, so I can be happy. in future to invite you to travel to Lithuania, not only online.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.